to another video. I was really surprised over the weekend when I found out there's players actually watching these videos that I make, and this was one of the requested ones. I was planning on making one eventually, but I kept forgetting. But here we go. This video is going to be 3 parts. This is going to be the first part because I don't want to make them too long. I am going to explain the strategy for elemental spire, normal mode, and hard mode. That's what the first part of this video is going to be. The second part would be the actual recording of normal mode, and the third part would be the actual recording of hard mode. I would also explain what's going on while I'm recording it. So here we go. Part 1, we're going to explain this strategy. I had explained it earlier. I did a video, but I realized that you can hear me when I'm clicking on stuff on this PDF. So I decided to redo it to annoy people less. Okay, so here we go. Room 1, what to know and what to do. There's a debuff that turns heals into damage. It will show up in the middle of your screen. It will, like at the bottom in the middle. So you will see it when this happens. During this time, do not heal, no type of heal, not solo heals, not AoE heals, nothing. Do not even use HP pods because you will end up dying. The next thing that I want to discuss is Firestorm. This is something the boss does. It's sort of like a rampage. During this time, the boss has lots of fire around it and it's moving around the room. You have to run away from the boss when this happens. It's an instant kill if you're in the boss's way. Frost gem and stacks. Frost gem is the blue gem that you get from the NPC. It does not clear the stacks you get, the hypothermia stacks. It just slows the process down. So use this as often as you can. The next thing I want to discuss is the bombs. In room 1, your people's names get called out for bombs. You really only get about 6 seconds in normal mode and about 3 in hard mode to move before the bomb hits. So you have to move as fast as possible. It's best to have a move to interrupt checked in settings. I'm going to show you guys where that is. So if you click on system, then click on settings, then on gameplay tabs, move to interrupt will be right here. There's also random fire. There's random fire all over the room. Do not stand near it. Do not stand on top of it. Just stay away from the fire. Actual tips for healers, because this is the room that hates healers the most. Make sure to have checked to interrupt. Checked move to interrupt. And if you accidentally hit any heal, run away from the party. I find that if your range is not the required range for your heals, then if the heal stops if you're far enough away from the party. Just run away and then come back. Do not use sympathy and baptism for bards. Yes, your party will die. This counts as heals as well. Save yourself first and save everyone else. You should have a light bard in your raid. Even just one is enough. Is most likely that people will die. So if you have a light bard, you can resurrect them. Now if sanctuary is your friend, use it. I know a lot of priests who don't like using this skill because of the long cooldown. Use it anyways. You're going to have lots of emergencies in this dungeon. Use it when you get one and you'll be fine for the next emergency. I'm sure the cooldown will be done. So overall, heal yourself first, save yourself first, then save everyone else. Tanks tend to want to move into danger, and it's your job to save them, but sometimes you can't save them during Firestorm. So it's best to save yourself first. Let's move on to room 2. Here's one of the most complicated rooms and bosses ever in this game. This room has 3 bosses in both normal mode and hard mode. Like, this is the same. Everything on here is the same for normal mode and hard mode. The only difference is that in hard mode, it's faster. You have to think faster. You have to be on your feet. Here's what to know and what to do from room 2. 3 bosses, 1 main boss, 2 side bosses. Side bosses' HP are linked with the main boss. So trying to destroy the side bosses first, then kill the main boss, it won't work because they will not die. They will die when the main boss dies. So this is what you do. You set up a tank on each boss, 1 tank in each party. The boss's damage is higher when they're together, which is why these tanks have to move the bosses away, form a triangle. Main boss at the top of the triangle, the 2 side bosses at the bottom. Make sure they're facing away from the party as well. From the main group that will be in the middle of the triangle. The Amberite gem, which is the red one, this one does clear stacks. You should use it at 40 or 45. But just to be safe, at 40, you never know what's going to happen in here. So just use it at 40, 41, around there. You can also use the frost jam here, and it will slow down stacks. I recommend you use the frost jam if there's ice around you, or if there's hula hoops around you. Use the frost gems to decrease the stacks from increasing. Ice Storm. Ice Storm, your name will be called in the middle of the screen, like you will see your name called. When this happens, if you aren't already with the group in the middle, then you should move to the group in the middle. Hula hoops. Individuals will get a hula hoop debuff. If you get it, you will know you have it. It slows you down, and it's lots of spiraling circles around you. Hula hoops increase stacks for everyone around you except yourself. So when you get one, you need to run away from the group. There's going to be random ice everywhere from the ice storm. Sometimes it's going to hit the person that it caused, sometimes it's not. Either way, have someone on ice destroying duty. Destroy it as fast as possible. Ice will increase your stacks if you're around it. Now here is the side bosses. One of the side bosses' name is Hail. For this boss, you should have third party, and it should include a tank, mages, and 1 heal. This whole party is going to be on Hail. The mages are going to be constantly purging her. That's their main goal, to purge Hail and to keep her away from the rest of the group. Ida is the next side boss. This one only needs a tank to move it away from the other 2 bosses. You can put 2 healers in this party. So 1 healer's with the tank and the other healer's with the rest of the party that needs to be on the main boss. The main boss is Zaki or Zachary, whichever. I'm not sure if I spelled it right. If you aren't a side tank or a mage, then you're in the middle DPS in the main boss. Side bosses, again, they will die when the main boss dies. So make sure to have your main DPS on the main boss. Also, one important thing that I forgot to include in this PDF is that when the side bosses come out in normal mode, they're going to come out around 50% or 55% HP of the main boss. When they come out, you should not AoE. Do not, I repeat, do not AoE when they're about to come out. In hard mode, they come out around 75-80% of the HP, so just don't AoE around the beginning. When the tanks have them, then you can AoE. Also, the bosses, they get a shield buff. If you attack a boss when the shield is active, it increases stacks. So do not attack the boss during this time. And the third room, this is the fun room. you need to have flying mount for this room. Make sure to have flying energy as well. One of the attacks is like an arrow attack. It changes positions every so often. It gives you a few seconds to move. If you happen to get caught in it, you need to move either above it or below it, depending where it is. For stacks, the gems do not work in this room. To remove the stacks, you have to fly to the nearest black dot and turn off speed boost for it to work. If you have speed boost on, it will not work. There's also bombs in this room. The bombs appear at different times depending if it's normal mode or hard mode. Follow the leader for this part and destroy one bomb at a time and stay near healer for your heals. If you destroy more than one bomb at a time, then you may fail this boss. Final boss attack. At the last 5%, the boss starts to put all its strength into its finisher attack. If you don't kill it before it accomplishes this, everyone will die. So save your skills, reset around that time, around like 6-7%. Don't reset your skills, like reset them at 5%. In this room, once you die, that's it, you're dead. You fall to the ground while everyone's all the way at the top of the head of the boss. There's no point even asking for a revive. You're not going to get one. Overall tips for this dungeon: do not botting equals death. Pay attention not only to yourself but to what the rest of the members in your raid are doing, which is why you should set up your raid to show the boss only. If you have it this way, it will tell you when someone has hula hoop or when someone's getting near 50 stacks. It will tell you all of this, and you can either warn them or move away from them depending what's going on. So pay attention to your surroundings and learn to multitask. In this dungeon, it's better to know exactly what's going on with everyone else, know what they're doing, where they're moving. So you have to pay attention to lots of different aspects of it, especially if you're a healer. You have to pay attention to these things. So that's about it for the first part. The second part will be the normal mode recording, and then the third part will be the hard mode recording. I should have that up sometime later tonight, and I will explain the strategy while I'm in the instance as well, so look forward to that. Oh, if you want this PDF sent to you, just leave me a comment and I will email it to you from my gaming email, or you can just send me an email to I think my gaming email is astrosophygames@gmail.com. I'll have it in the description either way. So I hope you enjoyed this explanation and hope it helps. Look forward to the next videos. See y'all later, and thank you for watching.